Hi, my name is Claire Mark, and this is a tutorial on tree pose, Vrksasana. So tree pose is a balancing pose, meaning that we are balancing on one foot, not on both feet. So when we start, you want to have your feet pointing, both toes straight forward in front of you, knees pointing straight forward. And you're going to shift the weight into one foot and just see how it feels to lift your right leg up. You might just start with your hands on your hips and kind of notice, can you balance on one leg? Okay, and then set your foot down onto the floor. You're just kind of feeling it out one side and then shift the weight into your right foot and lift your left leg up. Okay, if everything feels okay and you don't feel too wobbly and you feel pretty stable, we'll move towards tree pose. So shifting the weight into your left foot, we're going to lift your right foot up. So the full pose, you would take your right foot and place it all the way to your upper inner thigh. You can use your hand to help you draw your heel all the way up, and your foot should point straight down. So if you imagine you had like an inseam on your pant leg, you want your foot to point straight down that inseam. Place your hands onto your hips and make sure that your hips are squared straight forward, and then you can work on opening your knee to the side. Hands, your palms are together in front of your heart into prayer position, and you can press your leg and your foot together and press your hands together really evenly, lifting your chest towards your thumbs. Now for some of us, as we take the foot up, it either will slide down or you just actually can't get your foot all the way up. If that's the case, you'll place your foot below your knee, but please do not place your foot on the inner edge of your knee. As you probably already know, your knee is a very vulnerable joint in the body. So if you actually just put your foot on the inner edge of the knee, even though sometimes it feels like a good place to put it because your heel can kind of rest on top of your knee, it's not actually great for the joint of your knee. So we'll place your foot either above or below your knee. And again, if you're newer to balancing, you might not even take the leg into that position yet. You might just bring your knee up and have your hands on your hips and practice balancing on your foot. The other thing is, and you can imagine for a moment that I have like a wall right here, you're welcome to have your fingertips touching a wall and take your hand and place it onto your ankle and pull your heel all the way up. Keep your hand on the wall, and you can just place your right hand in front of your right chest and lift your heart towards your thumbs. And if it feels comfortable, you could kind of release your hand so maybe just one finger's touching the wall to find your balance and stability. And then if everything feels good, you could bring your palms together in front of your heart. Okay, and we'll place your foot down on the floor and switch over to the second side. So tree pose, really good for building strength in the muscles of your legs. Since we're balancing on only one foot, we're taking all of the weight of your body and transferring it just into one leg. So you can imagine how much strength and energy that's going to build in that one leg. So as you shift the weight into the right foot, notice your right foot. The tendency for a lot of us is the foot is actually kind of turned out to the side. And we want to make sure your foot is pointed straight forward. Shift the weight into your foot. And again, you'll use your left hand, grab onto your ankle and see if you can pull your heel all the way up to your upper inner thigh. If that's not available, remember below the knee or above the knee, but not on the inner edge of your knee. Okay, so whichever it feels more comfortable. And then hands on your hips, have your hips squared straight forward. And then see if you can open your knee, but don't turn your hips to the left. Bring your palms together in front of your heart, hug your right foot into the floor, and lift your chest towards your thumbs. And we'll try to squeeze your right leg and your left foot together and squeeze your hands together in front of your heart. Draw the shoulders back and take a nice deep breath here. Sometimes it feels a little like you're surfing on your foot, like it's not exactly grounded straight down into the floor, but that little bit of surfing, that little bit of movement that you feel on your foot as you're trying to balance actually strengthens all of the muscles around your foot and your ankle. And it can be really great as we get older to build strength in those muscles in the foot and in the ankle and in the legs to support you for those little bones down there, okay? So if you feel like you're about to fall off to the side, no worries. See if you can kind of hug back towards the midline, squeeze in, get a little taller, and then exhale and just release and bring your feet together. You can have your palms together in front of your heart. And that was tree pose, Vrksasana. Namaste.